Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
To stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to?
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce. Indomitable. Or maybe just kind to a fault.
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that. But it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
I do not envy you. That must have been a difficult decision.
It's my job to make tough calls. I'm not popular for it, I know. But strong leadership requires risking being unliked. Wanda, Agatha. It seems we have lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen? Ominous-looking portal is known as a Bloodgate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
That is something. There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor. Sarah, Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect that, or at least her idea of one.
You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandoned you. I am impressed.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Wear me down.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
They cannot possibly match your strength. Now that was something. Leave some for the rest of us. Feel my call. Lilith sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared.
You can imagine why Sarah was so fond of Ashra. If I were to better, I would say she modeled her role as caretaker after the goddess herself.
As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them. They cannot possibly match your strength.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting. Be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
goddess must be busy. Must not be her purview. The goddess disagrees. Oster smiles upon me.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare. Have my undivided attention. In this reality, anyway. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. One sorcerer's trash is another's treasure.
Hey, Hunter, got a sec to spare?
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian sofa.
I am the Scourge of the Lilin. My name is whispered in fear across the 7 hells. When I fight, I make war, not make-believe, Robbie. Be sure your Sparky is ready to do the same.
Damn, Hunter! You talk the same kind of smack that he does. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blake to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? The time for punishment is here. Spirits of vengeance train the hardest. Later. Like playing with fire, huh?
Maybe you should be the...
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
I fail to see why you'd need me for this.
Oh, thought I overheard something about you being destined to lead us to victory over Lilith. Maybe I got the name wrong.
I will find her.
That's the can-do prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was looking for.
Hey,
Hey. Not much more I can tell you, Hunter. Though I did hear her mutter something about Wanda right before she poofed away. Maybe that helps.
Thanks, Captain. I shall find her.
Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble, apocalypse prophecies, the Bronx.
It is indeed, Daywalker.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes, she is quite the marvel.
I see what you did there, and you're not wrong. Never met a gal who could throw me into the sun before.
She is a formidable ally in our struggle against Lilith.
Hell yeah, she is. Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yes. No. Wait. What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Is there anything else you require of me?
No, I'm good. I should go sharpen my stakes or something. Would appreciate it if we could keep this discussion between us. See you around, Hunter.
Have you seen...
No.
All right.
Hunter.
Nico, do you know where Magic is? We need her.
Let me guess. To open another portal? She's getting a little tired of being the only person here who can do that. Can't say I blame her.
This is serious, Nico. Where is she?
Not sure. But I know she's been looking for Wanda's grimoire, so maybe check in Wanda's room?
Thanks for your help.
I usually just wing it out there.
Well met.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
That is no ordinary book. I can sense it from here.
Nothing in this place is ever ordinary. Especially this. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
No good ever comes from a book like that. Trust me.
Funny. You sound like Wanda. She was also afraid of her power. I can almost hear her scolding me for invading her privacy. But I've done far worse than to rummage through someone else's things. Far worse. And so have you. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
My mother is not known for her mercy. You should prepare yourself.
Prepare myself? I used to rule Limbo, a place where the word mercy doesn't even exist. Besides, Wanda is far more powerful than I ever was. She will survive.
And yet, you give up on her every minute we delay our fight.
Okay. I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye. Привет, Hunter.
Heads up, Hunter. I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate? I did the math. It would actually be faster for me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
A shockwave would shatter most of the glass in my approach path.
And how did you learn that?
Tony, for the last time, I'm sorry about this house.
Do your worst.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York. Dr. Banner has confirmed that the gamma signatures in the area match those of Faustus's weapon. We need to recover.
Never surrender!
Captain Marvel was right on the...
Heroes. A single deadly calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further, forcing our hand yet again.
That's just lovely. Faustus has a radio. I'm assuming whatever Hydra is attempting to flee with on that chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
take long?
I have the targets in sight.
Oh, that? It was nothing.
I'm on it.
Love the effort.
Here we
Now that was something.
I serve until the end.
Engaging target!
I almost felt that one.
Armed Delta responding.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor so narrowly escaped within our last encounter. It was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus. And I will open more than your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Hunter.
Target is clear.
That was something.
Let's try this one.
I hope you are building one of those suits for me.
Hydra, Immortalis!
They like me.
You're mine! You must know my reputation.
Armed Gamma on the move!
What are you waiting?
The last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper, please.
With pleasure.
Here we go. You guys should talk to your union rep. I don't think you're supposed to be fighting on our level here.
Nice move. Watch
We will not fail!
For Hydra!
Don't worry, I can take it.
Lilith must really want me out of the picture.
Our loyal soldiers aren't the simple punching bags you've come to expect, are they? Somehow these humans, these mere mortals, dare to stand against ye fearsome gods! All is possible with Mother!
Fair enough.
That looked like a... Don't blink!
Mess with the bolt, you get the points.
They got away.
Do not worry, heroes. You will still witness the results of my work firsthand. On the field of battle. Hail Hydra!
I am impressed.
Here we go.
Keep some for the rest of us.
Let's do it.
So that's how that works.
We will never forsake her.
Starting to get on my nerves.
I'll head.
That's getting old.
They're almost here. Hold position.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus. And I will open more than your eyes.
Ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Hunter.
That was something.
Love the effort.
For Hydra!
I was on for a full damage report.
You really want to keep doing that?
I must have angered them.
Everything's solved.
The last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper, please.
With pleasure.
Hey, the jerk store called. They're running low on you guys. Fair enough.
You asked for it.
You mess with the bull, you get the points.
Hail Hydra!
That's still not gonna be enough.
Follow my lead! Break my resolve.
Our loyal soldiers aren't the secret punching bags you've come to expect, are they? Somehow these humans, these mere mortals, dare to stand against ye fearsome gods. All is possible with Mother!
Hail that!
What's this?
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. The light is on our side.
I owe you one.
Taking the shot.
Don't worry, I can take it.
years, I was considered a crazed zealot in the Hydra Cabal, obsessed with the old race. But then we detected the convergence of the midnight sun.
Tell me about it. Actually, please do not.
Interesting.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Now where's the one that hit me? I'm saving my energy for we need it.
Focus on Stark's target.
Who designed your armor? Because it looks like junk.
I've been waiting.
With the sun came a rebirth and a change. Energies that once transcended our reality, now harnessed, just as we did with the very particles that make up our being.
Just what I needed.
Here we go.
I'm hurt bad!
Now that was something. You are lucky to still be breathing.
Engaging target!
Get you for that!
Take advantage while they focus on me.
Alright, maybe hurt here. Just a little. I know that wasn't your signature move. Let's try this one.
I hope you are building one of those suits for me.
We will not fail.
For victory! You're ready now! I could use your aid.
That'll work. I hope Hydra has good insurance.
Requesting medevac!
Fair enough. That's what happened.
We may have a problem here. No retreat!
Can't take much more of this.
Not a problem.
Love the effort.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
signature move.
Position compromised, as ordered.
I can only endure so much.
Nice move.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
Last? There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend.